your ventricles, and perhaps your atrium, I can't really see. That's your endocardium. And if you get like a section of the heart, you can tell which one's the right and left because the left has thicker muscle, and so it's thicker wall than the right, and in between the two ventricles is your septum, your intraventricular septum. So the blood, your deoxygenated blood coming from your body, and it travels into your right atrium from the superior inferior vena cava. So they meet up and they go in, and they pass through your AV valves, which have your chordae, tendineae, little capillary muscles and whatnot, and then they go out to the other side of the ventricle into the pulmonary circuit. There we go, pulmonary artery, and from that it goes to your lungs and comes back in through your left atrium. Make sure. Yep, there it is. It's sort of just chopped off. Yeah, your left atrium. Again, AV valve. Oh, I missed. There's a semilunar valve between the pulmonary artery and the right ventricle. So it goes back into the left atrium and out of the left atrium via the dorsal aorta. And in between those two are, again, semilunar valves.
That was great. Are there any questions? No? Okay.
So, kidney. There's two types of tissue. There's the cortex, which is the outer layer here, and then the medulla, which is this inner part. And the medulla has the renal pyramids, which are these little triangle-ish shaped things, and they filter, or the tip of that is the papillae, and the area around that is the calyx, and then the fluid all filters into this renal pelvis, which I guess pelvis means opening. Yeah.
Means funnel-shaped object.
So it all pulls into there, and then it will go out through here and meet up to the ureter with the other one.
And the filtration happens in
the loops of Henle and the pyramids.
Yep. So the loops of Henle, if you guys remember that from 220, are in the renal pyramids, and that's where the actual filtration of the blood happens, the cleaning of the blood happens, and that is in the renal pyramids. Yep. And if you haven't gotten to take a look at the kidneys yet, definitely do so before you leave today. Just take a look at it and see, can you identify all those different structures, and those are on the very back of your lab manual today. Awesome.
The deoxygenated blood comes back from the external jugular on both sides there, and they meet up at the radiocephalic with the left and the right and left subclavian, and it's the radiocephalic, and then that comes together to the superior vena cava, and then for the arteries, right here. So the artery from the aorta goes right to the left subclavian, and then over here is the radiocephalic artery, which in our cat, the left carotid artery branches off really early, and over here underneath this radiocephalic, here it goes to the subclavian and the right carotid artery.
And I also wanted us to show you the hepatic portal vein.
It's just, well, it's anterior mesenteric until it stops branching right here, and then from there it becomes the hepatic portal vein. So it's really short.
Great.
Everyone wanted to look at it.
Yeah. Does anyone want to lean in and get close so you can actually see? So this is where. This is so this is the only specimen where you can actually kind of see that change happening. So this is where the hepatic portal vein, where the anterior mesenteric vein turns into the hepatic portal vein.
It's just after all of the other veins stop branching into it, and then it becomes the hepatic portal.
So it's where the last branch goes into the anterior mesenteric, then it becomes the hepatic portal vein.
Yep.
Very cool.
So, starting from here, this is the
You guys feel free to get close Closer the
Yep.
better, so you can see. There's a big space right there.
Bring it in. It smells better when you're closer. This is the inferior, aka posterior mesenteric. And these are the intestinal veins that run into here. The inferior mesenteric goes, loops all through here, and then
I'm gonna spread out the
eventually-
intestines so
yeah.
everyone can see how they branch through the intestines.
Wee, they go everywhere. No, the places you'll go. And then they connect to the anterior or superior mesenteric. Go.
Oh my God.
Mhm.
Can you finish your sentence? Sorry.
Use that one.
Okay, so this one is.
Gloves here too if you want.
What are we on?
This is the
This is
gastrosplenic
the
vein.
gastrosplenic.
Okay, yeah, so that one's coming out of the stomach and the spleen.
Mhm.
And then coming over to the other side will be the pancreatico-duodenal vein.
Mhm.
And it's kind of hard to see on ours, but that one's coming out of the pancreas. So it's kind of, yeah. So it's going to be like in here. Sorry, you just can't really see it. Kind of.
You can kind of see
Kind
it.
of see
You can kind of
a
see
little
like
yellow
where
there.
the
Mhm.
yellow is. It just didn't go through.
Ours is kind of
And on your pancreas over here, you can see some of the veins on the pancreas. Right there.
On this pancreas.
Mhm.
Okay, and from those two and the anterior mesenteric, like the other group said, it'll just lead into the hepatic portal vein just as it stops branching right there.
Yeah, so an easy trick to tell where the hepatic portal vein starts is it's where the anterior mesenteric and the gastrosplenic meet. And then so it's right above that is the hepatic portal.
And then that goes into the liver.
Yep. Then back up and then back again.
Mhm. Awesome.
Somatic veins. So right here where it's all blown up, blue, that's where the post cable should be, coming down here.
The what?
Post cable.
Okay.
Posterior
Alright,
vein
yeah.
cable. And then right here we can see this branching off into the kidney, which is the renal vein. And then you go down further. This one's kind of hard to see. The iliolumbar. You can see the iliolumbar arteries, which are the pink ones right on top, and right below it is where the veins should run, but it's just kind of cloudy there. And then underneath, also the iliac arteries, which are right here. Down here we have the iliac veins going into the legs on either side. You can see it there. But yeah, I guess that's it. And then there's the caudal vein, which you can't see, but it should go straight down that way.
And where does the common iliac vein turn into the femoral?
Oh, it's where it leaves. It's where it leaves the body cavity. So like right when it hits the leg, that's where it turns into the femoral vein.
So they're actually the same structure, but that they're differentiated by when it crosses into the body cavity. And so those last three veins we covered, the caudal vein, the iliac, and the iliolumbar, what main vein are all of those veins joining up with? Dorsal, so the inferior vena cava. Yeah, the inferior vena cava. And then that joins up with what structure of the heart?
Right atrium.
Right atrium. Okay.